Hello, classy people. Wayne Bolden from the Speed King channel. Thanks so much for all your support as we enter into our second year anniversary on Traverse Day. It will be 2 years from the pandemic. 2020, we opened up our channel during that time, and it was our first video was the Traverse 2020. So again, you can support us by one, turning on your closed capture, two, by, of course, our tip sheets, by emailing me at SpeedKing24. All the money we get goes back into the studio. We will be upgrading it in the next couple of weeks for sure. And our graphics guy, Greg, gave us a limited edition t-shirts that we have. We have not quite a few, we got a few. If you want to purchase one to show your support for us here, please email me at speedking24@yahoo.com and we'll get you a limited edition t-shirt. For sure. Been it for passion of love. Well, it's Arlington Million Day. There's 4 stake races, and we've got through 3 of them. And we're going to take a look at the Grade 1 Beverly D for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, going a mile and a for a cool 500,000 shackles. Small field of 5. And I'm going to dive right in with Rougir, right? Okay, again, it's Chad Brown. This horse has cost me money. I've always liked this horse, and I can never get this horse to the wire. The number 4 horse, Rougir, will once again be my top pick. Now, I bet this horse on June 10th back there at Belmont Park in a Grade 1 New York Stake. You couldn't tell me that horse wasn't going to run and run big that day. That's the day that I got fooled big time by Bleecker Street. That was that undefeated filly that Chad Brown had. Speed figures wasn't that great, and the horse came motoring through the middle of the lane as most Chad Brown horses do, and ran. They didn't have to run by Rougir. They were both at the back of the pack lollygagging, but it looked like Bleecker Street was shot out of a cannon that day coming down the lane. Well, in today's Beverly D, there should be a little pace on up front, and Rougir should be able to get this done with Manny Franco in the arms. 5 wins from 17 starts, 1 second and 3/3. The horse is bred impeccably. And if this isn't the spot for Rougir, then I don't know what spot could it possibly be. It's only a field of 5. These horses aren't that great or talented, and to me, the number 4 horse, Rougir, should flat out handle her business in here. Nice 4-year-old for sure. And our second pick in this race, I guess. If I had to look, it would probably be Princess Grace, the number 3 horse. Again, it's Michael Stenham with Flo in the arms. The horse has won 7 of 11 starts. That's right, the number 3 Princess Grace. I've cashed a ticket on her, actually in the Penny Memorial last time on July 12th, over there at the Parks for sure. Went gate to wire. This is a very, very fast horse, okay? Now, that's what I mean. There's going to be some speed signed up in here. Delika, the number 1, and the number 3, Princess Grace, both should try to get to the top here in this mile in the 8th event. So, again, Princess Grace, to me, is the horse that I'm willing to take as my second pick in here. If Flo don't push right to the front, he'll be sitting in the catbird seat behind the number 1, Delika. And if Delika let him go, or let her go, Princess Grace, then they all may have to be playing catch up for sure. So the number 3 horse, Princess Grace, is our second pick here. As we talked a little bit about the number 1 horse, Delika, trained by Albert Stalls, the talented, classy Alvin Stall Jr. Brian Hernandez is in the arms. This horse is a 6-year-old mare, 7 wins from 27 starts. Kind of like Churchill racetrack for sure. Ran second in the mid-Julep Grade 3 behind Gam's Mission, and ran 5th behind An Italian in technical analysis in Bleecker Street up there at Saratoga on July 16th. Back in 28 days, tackling the Beverly D here. And again, to me, this is my 3rd pick in here for sure, Delika. The other 2 horses in the race, to me, is a little overmatched. Maybe not so much. The number 2, Family Ways, 5 wins from 16 starts. 4 seconds and 2/3, trained by Brendan Walsh. It is not a Godolphin horse. That's why you didn't land on him. They paid a lot of money for the number 2 horse Family Lee, $775,000. The speed figure really isn't no different than the number 1 Delika, so I could have took the number 2 just as well as I took the number 1 in this race. So if you're looking for another horse underneath, the number 2 horse should be a square price. You're going to have Tyler Gaffleon, which means you're not going to be out of position. This is a nice mare, the number 2 Family Lee's, okay? And the last horse in the race is maybe don't know what to make of him. Lily Pond. Lily Pond is by way of Ireland. First time here in the States. It is Mr. Aidan O'Brien. That's right. It is the master, Mr. Aidan O'Brien, the legend, the man, the myth. Got Johnny V in the yarn. The horse earned a decent speed figure in a Group 2 race back there on July 17th, 27 days ago. This horse was bred by Coolmore and is by Galilee, so I don't need to tell you anything there, by Fastnet Rock on the back end. So all these horses we know that come over from Ireland has every right to improve and run big. I don't like her in this spot, but it wouldn't surprise me if this horse showed up big, the number 5, Lily Pond. So our top pick in this year's Beverly D Grade 1. Again, Rougir to us. Again, I'm still chasing this horse. I just think this has got to be the spot for Rougir and Chad Brown for sure in here. So we're going to put the number 4 with Manny Franco on top and Chad Brown. Our second pick will be the number 3, the speedy Princess Grace with Flo in the yards. And we'll round it out with the Lika, the number 1 horse. You also could use the number 2 horse underneath. But to me, I'm just going to bet Rougir to win and maybe a couple exactors underneath. I'm not going to spread in here. I'm just going to bet the number 4, who's going to be my top pick, Rougir. This is the Chad Brown one. Stay classy, y'all. There's your lady. There's your Beverly D for sure. As always, thanks so much for all your support. Email me at speedking24@yahoo.com. Thank you once again. We really do appreciate it. Cole Hardaway.